Hi, everybody. Brad here. I should be joined fairly soon by Marco and perhaps Chris as well. And we're just going to be talking Millennium Blades for the next hour or so, 2 hours, as we do this final stream countdown. Hey, Marco, welcome.
I was literally waiting for you to be like, "Oh, I'll be joined by Marco soon," and in typical Marco fashion, I have appeared when I am
Yes,
most needed.
soon indeed.
hmm
Well, cool. Well, it's good to have you with us again, Marco. And let's see. Let's see. And Chris says that he's going to jump in if he feels like we're flagging and we need the help. So we'll see. We'll see. Whenever the conversation starts to get to a lull, Chris will appear and save us all.
But Brad, when we're together, you know that there is no such thing as a lulling conversation because we'll end up just talking about Yu-Gi-Oh or Kingdom Hearts.
There's no lulls, only lulls.
Only lols, indeed. Yes, absolutely true. Hi everyone. How are all of you? How are all of our viewers? Backers?
Welcome everyone.
It is time.
It is. So we're down to the final 2 hours of Millennium Blades. The project has been a huge success. I want to say a big thank you to everybody who has gotten us almost 500% funded at this point. Like we're
Thanks.
almost.
They can't hear you.
They can't hear me? Oh no. Let's see.
You're all great. Alex,
You're
I know
great?
you're great.
Okay,
but
just try reloading the page if you can't hear me, Matthew.
yeah.
Yeah.
It starts muted. Yeah, I think everyone should. There's like the bottom right. There's like a thing that mutes it.
Yeah, it's strange. It's strange. Kickstarter streaming is definitely in in one of those moments where it's not good yet. So yeah. Just
but Matthew can hear me.
Yeah, it's still a buggy platform. What can you do? But anyway,
well, it's fine. It's fine.
Marco,
Brad,
yeah,
how are you? Nobody's asked you how you are.
I'm doing good. I just got back from a short hike, and now I'm ready to Millennium Blades it up for the next 2 hours and answer all these questions. How about you, Marco? How are things going for you?
It's great. It's 5 a.m. I'm in love with Millennium Blades so much I woke up at an ungodly hour just to talk about card games with you.
Awesome. That's. I mean, why get up at all if you're not getting up to talk about card games?
It's
Right?
absolutely true. Absolutely true. So for this stream, we'll be talking about Millennium Blades, answering some of your questions, interacting with you, and hopefully we get to, talk about some answers to your questions that are so burning that you had to give it in our Q&A.
Ask us anything but related to Millennium Blades. Well, after the end, we'll talk a little bit about future level 99 game stuff. But I want to keep the focus on Millennium Blades for this. I was about to say podcast, but it's actually a live cast.
Well, this could be a podcast in our.
Do you want to record this, Marco? Do you want to record this real quick, and we'll make it like a secret episode of the podcast?
Sure. Wait, let me turn on my Audacity. You should turn on yours, and we can record it.
This is probably a bad idea, but we're going to do it anyway. All right, let's show them how it works, and we podcast a level cap podcast. All right. So I'm recording. You're recording. We're going to clap to sync up. Ready? All right.
All right.
All right. 1, 2, 3, clap. 2, 2, 3, clap. 3, 2, 3, clap. 4, 2, 3, clap. 5, 2, 3, clap. And now we can synchronize the audio once Marco gets all the audio together.
Yep, and I'm going to edit this, and it's going to be a special Millennium Blades episode of the Level Cap podcast, I guess.
Heavily edited.
Heavily edited, hopefully, because this is a 2-hour podcast. Everybody should understand that their podcast is usually 40 minutes long. So this is going to be an intense edit for the future. So, Brad, how about we answer some questions about Millennium Blades Collusion that people have been asking?
Let's see what's happening in the Q&A thread here, and I'll just throw one of these up on the audience. All right. So,
please, can we have more info on the 2,600 card sleeves for $51? Are they branded Mayday Legion Ultra Pro, or is there a particular brand that they are similar to? There's quite a bit of quality difference between brands, so I'd like to know up front what I'll be getting to know if it's worth $51.
So to answer your question, it will definitely be of a quality that's worth the $51. We are working on sleeves that are 90 micron sleeve, which is a pretty heavy duty sleeve. This is going to be equivalent to your Mayday level sleeves. They will not be branded. We're buying them factory direct from the manufacturer. So we're going to one of the factories that these companies like Mayday and Fantasy Flight go to, third party for their sleeves. We're going directly to them to buy the sleeves. And that's why we can get such high quality sleeves at such a good rate. But mainly you want to know the weight to judge the quality. And the weight is going to be 90 microns. And you can look at other sleeves that are on the market, and you can check their weights, and you'll be able to tell what sleeves these are most close to based on what's in the market. So hope that answers all that.
Okay, let's bring up another question from Alex. Could you go into more detail about how Blade Forge works in case we reach that goal?
Yeah. So Blade Forge has been a point of some, I guess, some controversy in this project. So this is a parody of the Archons in Keyforge. For those of you who haven't seen the Archons, they're on the back of every Keyforge card. They are randomly generated illustrations with randomly generated, often awful names. And so what we wanted to do with this thing was to write a program that would create random illustrations, random names, random power text boxes for about 10,000 cards. And then we would send those cards to our factory, and they would be packed one into every copy of Collusion. So it'd be kind of a unique, cool thing that you could get for backing this project. Something that's that's totally unique, but kind of silly. It's a little bit like the in our first Millennium Blades Kickstarter. I don't know if you remember this, Marco, but we gave away a free prototype card from when we developed Millennium Blades. Yeah, so it's kind of like the prototype cards, where it's something that's neat and unique that nobody else has, but it's not really a collectible thing. And they're once you've seen about 3 or 4 of these, you will have seen all of them, because they're just it's going to be, well, anyway, I say it's going to be, but it doesn't look like we're going to hit the goal, so that's fine. We'll save this technology for another future Level 99 Games project.
Oh, really, this is just a sneak peek and an incentive for somebody to do the shameless cash grab tier. Like, yeah,
it was kind of a prototype for a future project I'm thinking about, but we won't get into that. All right. I can prototype it on its own later.
All right. Gamer 101 asks, are the stretch goals KS exclusive?
Well, I show that up there. So are stretch goals Kickstarter exclusive? No. The stretch goals that we unlock will either go into Collusion or into mini packs in the future. So what you do get when you get this project is you get basically all of those mini packs at no cost. So if we look at the number of bonus sets that we've unlocked, which is, I want to say it's like 3 extra characters, 3 final bosses, 3 additional card sets, those things would be effectively about 3 mini packs worth of content. So about $40 of content that if you didn't back the project to get it with Collusion, you'll have to get it later at retail. And of course, Collusion won't be at retail, but the mini packs may end up at retail. So you're basically saving about $40 by getting it here on Kickstarter.
So it's the true value, not to be confused with True Value, the store.
Yeah. We usually don't do exclusives, but it's often that you get a lot of things for free in Kickstarter that you won't get elsewhere.
All right. That's great. Everybody in the chat asking questions, you should submit your question as a Q&A. That way we'll always reach it and we won't miss it.
Yeah, we're going down the Q&A tab, and we don't want to miss any questions. So make sure that you throw them in there and not in the chat roll.
Yeah, because we'll miss them because everybody's going to be commenting on what we're saying. AC Galaga asks, congratulations. Any chance we will ever get foil for just the legendary core cards as separate purchase, or will foils only ever be available through the shameless cash grab tier?
Well, so for those who are curious, it's not that we can't do foils. Foils do often warp. what we were planning to do in the Shameless Cash Grab tier to avoid that was to foil both sides of the card, and that way it won't be able to warp, right? So
it just warps on both sides, and they
if it works
even out.
both ways equally, it can't fold, right? It lays perfectly flat. That was our plan for that tier. So,
oh my god!
And let's be clear about this tier. All right, we're not going to like do spot foiling. Like, we're just going to put a foil layer over the sheets. It's going to look kind of similar to how Light and Shadow looked for BattleCon, where we just stuck a foil sheet over the bases.
All right,
so
absolutely beautiful.
It's beautiful and decadent. It may be unplayable, but anyway, that's not the point. We were also considering wrapping it in tinfoil just to make the joke take the joke even a little further. But anyway, foils for Millennium Blades. It's been talked about, but we haven't had great success with foils in the past, and that's why we were only planning to do it as this one special tier. And I'll go ahead and answer, since we're talking about it, another question here. We did not plan for anybody to actually buy this tier, but you could, and we made sure before we put it up that if somebody did back it, that we could do it. So I wouldn't say I'm expecting it, but if you do, we'll be ready for you.
Yeah.
And you will have this exclusive thing that nobody else has. So
yes. Also, it might be very clear to say that we probably don't have our guarantee for that thing, right? Like, they can't shameless cash. Yeah, they can't shameless cash grab. Yeah, and then money back the guarantee after that. I'm not sure if that's possible.
I think if well, you certainly wouldn't donate it. You'd send it back to me. But no, I mean, we would, but if you shouldn't spend $9,000 and lean on a money back guarantee. That's true. You could just invest your money in the stock market at that point, and and make more money. Why put us through all that trouble?
That's true. But instead of going on with that, let's just answer more questions. How about that?
Yes, yeah. Let's answer more questions.
All right. Pep asks, will the updated player mats and the store boards be available anywhere else?
They'll be included in Collusion. We don't expect them to be anywhere else besides Collusion. They don't really need to be, because if you have the base game or you have set rotation, there's no real updates, and there's not a 6-player version, so you don't need the extra player mats or store board. That said, we are looking into doing the player mats and the actual player mats as like gaming mats with neoprene and cloth. But I don't think that it's going to work out. We haven't had great leads on that, unfortunately.
All right. Well,
but it was something we wanted to answer.
Yeah. That's true. Okay, next question. Chris, stop. Hi, Chris. What's up?
Chris with the info question.
Yeah, how many total cards in Millennium Blades at the end of the day?
So it based on Josh's estimate. So again, we're still working on it, right? We're still working on it, and it's still all coming together. Josh estimates that it's going to be about 2,300. We made the pledge tier be 2,600 so that it would cover all the eventual stretch goals, and maybe have some replacements available to you if a couple sleeves snap. Then again, the sleeves are pretty heavy duty, so we don't expect a lot of snaps, but that always happens in a game you play heavily. So,
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. But we all know that only one card matters in our heart of hearts, Brad. You know which card matters the most. Well, no, it's Van Diesel. Come on, man.
Oh gosh, Marco.
Yes.
Of course, Van Diesel for you.
Yeah. Why would it be Little
Mark? Do you have a kind of printout of Van Diesel that you're gonna hold up to the camera?
No, sadly, I do not have my Van Diesel wall scroll right now. It's currently at the printers being made. It's going to hang over my bed so that I may sleep underneath Van Diesel in all of his glory.
Oh, no.
Alex asks, I've been trying to play through the bosses solo with every character and happen to have a hard time with friendly alien Lestrade. So this is a long-winded question basically saying, like, Lestrade seems a bit weird because of friendship and all that. So
she is. she is not a solo character. I mean, and I think it's probably okay to just say that. Lestrade is not meant to be played solo. Her mechanic is friendship, and if you're playing alone and you don't have friends to help you, then you don't get any mileage out of that character power. So with solo mode, we kind of wanted to bring back some of the core mechanics that are not in that mode. Lestrade brings in friendship. Like if you're playing Cardine, you can make collections in solo mode. They're just different things that you can do. And anyway, it doesn't always make sense when you get to the variants. So use your player discretion. I think that's probably the only real, really weird one.
Okay.
Although Cardine can also be tough if you don't have a couple people with you.
Yeah, well, Brad, here's the simple answer, right? You can totally play them. It's just hard mode.
Yeah,
right?
It's just harder. You're not getting those advantages that you expect, but it's certainly winnable.
Okay, Guile asks, this is a very important question. When will the new rule book be available? I'm really curious if we can implement the new improved rules with the current Millennium Blades. So the answer to this is actually, you can do that. We have a changes rule book or rule sheet available on the Kickstarter page itself. So if you want to implement some of the newer rule changes, you can. Note that those aren't final, though, and they can easily change during development.
So that's the thing that's the thing that you can certainly do, and a lot of players have enjoyed the changes to the store deck already.
Yeah, they also like the new money conversion rates, so which is pretty cool.
Okay. No, it's nice to have that fixed.
Right. Okay, this question's already answered. All right. Will asks, follow-up question on the sleeves. Some brands have sizing issues, with all the ones in the pack not being the same size, splitting, etc. Will there be a process for getting replacement sleeves on the off chance that there are problems?
So, yes. Obviously, like everything else, our sleeves are guaranteed, like everything else in this project. If there's a problem, we'll send replacements or refund, whatever you prefer. So,
all right,
yes. So of course we'll make it work. You won't be disappointed with the quality of the sleeves that we send you.
All right. This question. This is from Crows.
Crows. Hey, Crows.
Yeah, it's Crows. Crows has been our special guest on many streams of Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged fame. Why doesn't Millennium Blades have some awesome banging tunes? They're the time to the 7 and 6 minute real-time phases to keep track of time in a unique way. Especially if they were based off the cheese rock-filled 90s 4Kids soundtracks for their various shows, complete with amazing vocal tracks.
Oh man, you like the Pokemon theme song, but it's Millennium Blades instead.
Yeah, or like just the Yu-Gi-Oh theme song, but it's Millennium Blades instead. Why didn't we have this, Brad? Why didn't we think of this? As outside of the fact that nobody in the company has any musical talent.
Well, that's Ferdinand does a bit, and
that's fair. That's fair. Ferdinand does play.
He's mainly classical. But yeah, it's something to consider, and I would be up for it. Honestly, I kind of wish we had talked about it at the beginning. We could have made it a stretch goal. But we'll see. And Crows, if you want to pitch something to me, let's talk afterwards.
Yeah, in case nobody knew, Crows also writes the songs. So, yeah, it's great. I don't know how to pronounce this name. I'm sorry if I butcher your name. Llewellyn asks, does with $1 pledge give access to the PM? If yes, will the same prices? ?
Well, for those of you who aren't down with the lingo, PM stands for Pledge Manager, not Private Message, which also exists on Kickstarter. But Pledge Manager, and $1 pledge does give you access to the Pledge Manager, and Team Skull. And yes, you'll have the same prices in the Pledge Manager for this project.
That's great. And I felt more like Aaron G while doing this.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, chat! If you can tell me the silly, stupid pun name for Aaron G, I'll be like so happy because nobody. It took me forever.
Get it? You got it. It took you a while.
Yeah. It took me a while. So whoever gets it, like in chat, everybody, let's have a laugh at it. Okay. George Asen asks, "Don't let this be the end. This is a great game. It's easily our biggest moneymaker as far as I can tell. Maybe one expansion like this annually?
Annually, it's taken us 2 years to make Collusion, so annually might be a bit much. Might be asking for a bit much there.
But we've talked about this, right?
Yeah, we talked about this with BattleCon. I think we really want to. I mean, Millennium Blades is really cool, and I think we've done all the cool things that we want to do with Millennium Blades. And so it's time to move on to the next thing, right? And kind of like the whole Blade Forge situation that we're talking about. I think that the players really they want Millennium Blades to be the thing that it is, and then let's move on and make the next big thing, rather than trying to make this thing keep mutating this. And I think that's one thing that we did wrong with BattleCon, was we kept trying to push BattleCon forward as the next game year after year after year. And we really could have stopped that and made basically a BattleCon 2 or made Exceed 2 years earlier or whatever, gone on to make other new games through time. Mm-hmm. And it wouldn't diminish the old games. BattleCon is still a big seller, and it's still a game that a lot of people love. So it doesn't go away. But at the same time, we want to do, more Argents and Imperials, and we want to do Seventh Cross. I have a list of games that's 8 games long that we really want to do that have other cool things going on. And I think we've seen, the Millennium Blades formula is here and it's fully realized, and that's great. And, and we'll, when you see Seventh Cross, you'll understand why we want to keep doing new games, because we've been able to make that game even bigger and better than anything we've done so far.
And here's the next answer, George. How can we ever make the card game battle royale game that we want to make if we don't stop making this, right?
Mm-hmm. That's what we really need, is a Millennium Blades battle royale.
Yes, video game, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, we're talking about the Millennium Blades video game, so that's one thing that we need to focus on, and it's one thing we want to, not do another Millennium Blades board game, so that we can do a Millennium Blades video game, our battle royale game, right?
Yes. That's not a meme, everyone. For people who didn't watch the first stream, that is not a meme. That is actually a thing. Okay, Joe Holloway asks, since Collusion has a 6-player board, will it also have the needed cell markers, wood cubes, etc.?
Where's the question?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5th from the top.
There it is. Okay, cool. It's because Joe Holloway and Dominic Joe Miller are missing me up. I just see Joe and I look for the Joe.
Sorry, J-O.
J-O. Since Collusion is 6, will it be? So, yes, it will also have the cell markers and wood cubes for a 6th player. So it's got everything you need for a 6th player to play the game. You could play regular Millennium Blade 6-player, or you can play teams 3v3 or 2v2v2. So everything is included.
All right. Everything's included. Okay, that's great. Next question.
Oh, here's a good one.
Oh, Jan asks, why did you make the decision to make Collusion Expansion KS and the Collusion Expansion Kickstarter and Level 99 store exclusive?
So it's an interesting question. I like this question because it lets me talk a little bit about the business side of things, which you don't always see from the outside. But with a game the size of Collusion, so when we look at Collusion, this is a game that is the size of, let's say, almost, I think it's a little bit bigger than Red Dragon and Character Trove. And I don't know if you've seen that thing. I don't have my copy up here. But it's massive. It's my hands don't even fit on the screen. It's really big. Okay. Anyway, stores don't want to stock a game like this. And also, when you sell to stores, you actually sell at a 60% margin in distribution, or 60% off. So let's say this game cost $100. I would have to sell it to stores for $40. And that means I'd have to produce it for about in the $10 to $12 range, typically. And that's just not viable because Collusion's so expensive to print and ship that we would have to charge $200 for it if we were going to offer it at retail in order to make it all work out. That that's obviously not a great idea. Maybe Gloomhaven can get away with that, but I don't think my expansion to Millennium Blades will be able to get away with that. So also it's bulky. It takes a lot of space on store shelves. Stores don't want such big games. And historically, collector's box type games have not done as well in retail. Retail is kind of where you want to put onboarding products, not where you want to put expansions and follow-up products. So for those reasons, to keep the price down to the $65 that you have it here, it's 60 here. So to keep it down to the $60 that we have here, we decided to make it exclusive to our store. And I think that's it's part of a change that we're making in general. We don't just automatically send everything to retail anymore. We kind of, when we're building a project, we plan what's the final destiny of this. Is it going to go to retail? Is it going to go to our store? Is it going to be purely Kickstarter exclusive? What's the plan? So that's why we made that decision for Millennium Blades.
Yeah. So you're telling me that we actually plan and have reasonings behind most of the decisions we make?
Yes, Marco. Yes. We do.
All right. Alex asks a question that actually I can answer. Will the stream be uploaded onto the Level 99 Games YouTube channel? Yes. Next question. Dominic Joe Miller asks, do you still get a warm, fuzzy feeling when you see recurring names pledging on your projects? Yes, because I've seen your name multiple times, and it did give me that warm, fuzzy feeling.
Yeah, of course. And it's a good feeling when you see people coming back again, because it means that you did a good job the last time, right? And that's something we take a lot of pride in. It's something we take really seriously too, is that we do a good job so that people will come back and back us again. And so thank you for coming back, and thank you for recognizing that.
We work hard on these, Brad. Mirrorman asks, what is the theme of Core Set 2's Master Pack? Okay, I can answer this. Number one, the logo for Core Set 2 is a corset, like the thing that you wear on your body. Corset. Number
is it
two,
really?
Yes,
that doesn't seem. It is.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
There is a corset on it, as far as I know.
I guess so. I hadn't thought about that.
The theme for Core Set 2 is actually. So here's the deal, right? The lore behind Millennium Blades is that there are two opposing factions. One of them wants the game to go back to its roots, and so they want to just rehash old cards and make them more complicated. And the other one wants to make it more accessible to newer players by giving us simpler cards. So Core Set 2 is the realization of that first group, wherein it's just a rehash of a bunch of old cards, but made way more complex than they have to be. So, like, if you compare
complex, but they're more powerful. They're definitely a step up from the originals.
Yeah, but they also tend to have more card text on them as a result of them being more powerful. Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, because there's like a card that's just like play, gain 16 points, and then there's like the Core Set 2 version of that card is like play, if this thing is top, do something, and then you get whatever points based on this other number.
It's your modern Yu-Gi-Oh card. Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically that. So that's that's the joke that we're ripping off on Core Set.
Yep.
All right. Who would win in a fight? Oh no. Who would win in a fight? Exaltius the Untenable or Van Diesel, Brad?
Well, there's only one way this could end, is that halfway through the fight they would team up against a larger, more evil villain, and Exaltius would street surf on top of Van Diesel to victory.
Somebody needs to make art of that. Please, I will pay someone to make this art. It sounds like a beautiful.
Maybe we can make that a venue.
Oh, that's absolutely great. Here's the big question, though. Who's the Goku and who's the Vegeta? Who's the good one and who's the bad one who switches sides? That's the real question.
I mean, I don't want to unravel that question. It'll end badly no matter how you do it.
All right. Joe Holloway asks, when should those of us that backed at the promo tiers expect to be contacted about them?
Fairly shortly after the project ends. Probably, I would say, in the next 14 days. Like right after we want to wait 14 days for payments to post, because we have had that problem where people back for a promo tier and then like their payment fails to go through. And in the past, we said like, okay, well, get it to us when you can. And in Imperial, like 6 months went by, and then the backer just dropped off contact with us. And we'd already done a bunch of like sketches and stuff for him. So this time, we're just gonna get all that money stuff out of the way up front, and then we'll start on the promo tiers.
Mm-hmm.
So, it happens, and there's no reason for us to get overzealous on it. We've got a lot of time to finish up Millennium Blades.
Yeah. Maku asks, what are your personal favorite cards or sets? I wonder what Marco's personal favorite card is.
That's little Mark, right?
It's Van Diesel. Brad, come on.
Okay. Personal favorites. I really love the original core legendaries. Probably Dr. Balance is one of my favorites. It's such a silly card, and also I was a big Hearthstone player back in the day, so anybody who played Hearthstone during the first expansion, Mechs and Minions, or is it Mechs and Minions? No, it's Gnomes versus Goblins.
Goblins versus Gnomes, yeah.
Yeah. Who played during that set, you know who Dr. Boom is, and that card is a reference to everybody plays Dr. Boom.
Yeah.
So it's a fun card. But that's, we had a lot of those kind of cards. And that one, J-Dog Haxon, definitely also a favorite.
Oh, let me add on. Like, aside from Little Mark and Van Diesel, who are the obvious choices for me, the other answer that I have is both of the chases. Because, of course, there's two chases in our game. And
there's another chase, yeah. There's Chase the Price Sculptor is the original one. But now there's a new one. I think it's Core Set 2, and it's Chase Money Adept.
Yeah, Chase Money Adept. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, so those are in there. Oh, man, I forgot about Chase. He's definitely one of my favorites, too.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Chase is so funny, because his name is perfect, in my opinion. And the fact that there's now more than one Chase fully realizes that that Jace parody in all of its beauty. Alex asked, Millennium Blades video game when?
We're in the planning phase. It's still very early. We're figuring out what the technology is that we're going to need to make this work. I can talk a little bit about it, give you the kind of elevator pitch for it. The idea is that it is a kind of lifestyle game where you and a group of friends are put into pools of, and you buy, sell, trade, whatever on your phone throughout the day. And then at midnight, every night, every deck that you build battles against every other. Your decks battle automatically at night. And then you log in the next day. You can see how the games went, and you can update your deck, do more buying and selling and trading and so forth. And you get your more income for that day. So it's sort of a fusion of the casual idle game and the more competitive deck building side of things mashed together. I think it's going to be a really interesting paradigm for a video game that we haven't seen yet. And hopefully, most importantly, it's going to be a really cool game for a tight-knit group of friends to play. So unlike, just getting dropped in the world with a bunch of randos, you pick 5 or 6 friends, you say, let's play Millennium Blades, and then you all participate in this cool event that runs through a 2-week period.
Yeah. So, Brad, let's just be very clear that this isn't an entirely new idea. This is what fantasy drafts are, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of it's kind of the fantasy draft model
for card games.
But yeah, for card games.
Why draft people when you can draft fictional cards, right?
Fictional trading cards.
Yeah, fictional trading cards. It's the best. Will Upton asks, will there be any expansion sets in Collusion that include a Pot of Greed card, and what will it do? There have been cards that do things similar to Pot of Greed. It's just that I don't think there is a specific...
There's no explicit
I don't think we have an explicit card. Yeah.
The evil jar in Pandora's Box is probably the closest card we have to that, but might be one of those cards that you should make with the sticker set. You can cut out your own Pot of Greed and paste it on, and and sticker on the types and everything. Because that's one of the things we're going to have is we're going to have the sticker set in this expansion. Make your own cards.
Yeah, that's definitely true. And it's mostly because like Pot of Greed would probably do, if you want to make Pot of Greed, it would probably be just something like gain the top 2 cards of the store deck, take another action or something. Or like it has speed play, gain the top 2 cards of the store deck. So that way you can play Pot of Greed and then play something else, right?
One of the things you just got, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes sense. That would be an easy way to do it.
All right. What's the inspiration? Gutrus asks, what's the inspiration for co-op mode and team mode? I added the team mode. That's a personal Marco edition. The game has such a strong competitive root, and it seems odd to develop the idea. However, I love it. I'm just curious why you did it.
Yeah, well, for co-op mode, we kind of wanted to know, like, what was the next crazy thing that we could do? And it made sense for the Millennium Blades duelists to take on the forces of evil. And we didn't want to put a player in control of the forces of evil. We wanted to let the players team up against them. And then it just kind of developed from that idea that that we would have this solo co-op mode. And it was kind of just a side thing, but as we did set rotation, it developed into the main kind of the core draw of the set. So it was a really neat thing to be able to do, and we've had a lot of fun with it. Collusion was something that I kind of planned from the beginning of Millennium Blades. I had always wanted to have a team mode, but we really didn't figure it out until like the time for the 3rd expansion came around. And when we did, we realized that we were going to have to put in the extra player boards, which meant that we were going to have to make another box that was the same size as the original box, which meant that it was going to have to be a really big project, probably the big collector's box project. And so that's why we waited until now to put in team mode with Collusion.
I see. And that's great. I'm happy that we got to this point and that your vision has been truly realized. Next question. Matthew asks, while we might be wrapping up Millennium Blades, any chance of further expanding the world either with more lore or new games set in the world? I think we already know that there are going to be new games, but Brad, can you give us some juicy lore? Millennium Blades visual novel, yes. Millennium Blades
visual novel, dating sim, really? We call it Millennium Prom, yeah.
Millennium Prom, great. And then the 6 candidates are you get to date Van Diesel. Next question. Van Diesel. Okay. Brian asks, were you guys surprised at the tepid to negative reaction on Blade Forge?
Oh, well, before you get that, I did want to say, yes, there will be other Millennium Blades spin-off games that are not Millennium Blades. We want to do more with this universe. So this is not going to be the end of Millennium Blades. We're going to see a lot more of that. But going forward, the negative reaction last stretch goal, I think a few people didn't really understand what it was that we're trying to do with that goal. I think a lot of people felt like it was going to, make blind booster pies for the game, when it was really just a parody of the Archons in Keyforge. And, whatever. Some people like it, some people don't. I think that's art. When you try something, when you do something and it's a bit avant-garde, people are going to be like, whoa, what's this? And, if nobody hates your game, then nobody will love your game. And that's the same with any idea too. So I would say maybe I was a little bit surprised, but I'm not discouraged by it. And if we don't hit Blade Forge this time, then I'll take that idea and I'll put it into something else in the future. So, we won't lose that.
That's true. All right. Here's the next question. Alex asks, custom card set, enough stickers and blanks to make your own set or just one card?
We said set, so it's going to be enough to make 12 cards. That said, you may not be able to do like triple, like the 3-2-2-1 setup that we have in sets. You might have to make 12 different cards, but you're probably going to want to make 12 different cards anyway. Making 3 cards that are exactly the same is not, super exciting.
Yeah, that's true. You should make it like something called like a special snowflake set where every single card in the set is different. That's pretty cool. Yeah. As Gamer 101, we already answered this question, but stretch goals are not exclusive to the Kickstarter. Oh, but the question here is, can you also get them in the Pledge Manager or as a late backer?
Yeah, in the Pledge Manager, will be effectively the same as the project. So you'll be able to get things in the Pledge Manager that will, that are basically identical to what you could get here in the project. That said, we probably will close the Pledge Manager up before too long. And at that point, prices, you'll have to get it at retail in our store. And prices in our store will be higher than they are here on the Kickstarter.
Okay, great. Jan Van Oscillaire. Sorry, I'm bad. I can only pronounce Filipino-sounding names. Is the art book for Millennium Blades also a universe-building book, akin to the BattleCon book? Also, when does the Pledge Manager of that game ends? So when do we end our Pledge Manager?
So for Millennium Blades, the book is, I would say, it is a universe-building book because they have an RPG section in the back, and that talks a lot more about the world of Millennium Blades and how you would, say, design a character that lives in this world, right? That said, so I would say it is a universe-building book, but it's probably not as much of a universe-building book as the BattleCon art book has been, which goes in depth about, about each character, like over 80 characters. This one does go over the core characters in the base game and set rotation, but it doesn't go so deep into the world like that one does. As for I think Jen was asking about the Pledge Manager for BattleCon. That Pledge Manager will end probably in the May, June time, about the time we get BattleCon ready for press. So yeah, this one will probably end. I'm thinking closer to August is when this game is actually going to go to press.
Okay, that's good to know. And in case people didn't know, the art book does indeed have a section that lets you make a tabletop RPG thing with Millennium Blades, so you can totally do.
Quite fun.
Yeah, you can totally do RPG campaigns with your friends set in the world of Millennium Blades. That's
using
great.
Actual Millennium Blades as the resolution system.
Yep. You didn't know you needed the art book until you heard that, huh? Hayes asks, is the Collusion Starter or all the cards a better place to start with the game?
I think it depends on just how deep you want to get with it. Collusion Starter is certainly all you need to play. You can play the base game. You can play with base game and Collusion. All the cards gets you gets you set rotation, gets you all the mini packs, and it's really for more the completionist type of player. So either one, they're both fine places to start. The best place is just with Millennium Blades, but presumably you want Collusion, and that's why you're here. But if you just want to try Millennium Blades, just go get Millennium Blades at Miniature Market or Cool Stuff or something, and play it.
Yeah, that's true. Like we have to be very clear that the scope of the game of Millennium Blades is huge.
It's pretty massive, yeah.
Yeah. And just the base game itself is more than enough to last you a lifetime. It's lasted me years at this point, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, that's all you technically need. The reason you're getting more is because you want more, right? But that's not a need, that's a want.
But yeah, and also there's no reason to wait till December to play Millennium Blades, right? Back this project for Collusion, you get that in December. Right now, go get Millennium Blades and you can play it until December. There's nothing that's in the one you'd get in December that's different than the base game in this project. There's nothing different between the base game that's in retail and the base game in this project.
Yeah. Okay, Brian asked an interesting question that we pseudo answered already. Have you considered a story mode type that has multiple games linked together somehow? Maybe packs are added or removed as games proceed. Story mode, RPG mode, and art book.
Well, that's one thing. But there's also another part to this, because it is something we've been talking about, and it's one of our future plans. And it's one reason we wanted to cut Millennium Blades here, so that we could come back and do Millennium Blades, LGC, the Millennium Blades Legacy game. So, so this would be basically Millennium Blades Legacy, if you want to. Something we've been kicking around, talking about. We've got some pretty cool ideas for it. It will heavily involve stickering your cards to upgrade them, which everybody loves. But yeah, Millennium Blades LGC, keep your eyes peeled. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I want in that game to be I want there to be an in-game resource in that game that is a parody of premium resources in mobile games that you use. So there's an in-game currency and an in-game premium currency, and then you spend money to get the premium currency so that you can upgrade your cards. That way it will be the true memes.
Yes, absolutely. That's
all right.
yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, I was just following up. But yeah, it's we got a lot of cool things in mind from Millennium Blades. We still need to do Fusion Chaos. That's something that's still on the table as well. So a lot of cool Millennium Blades in the future.
Oh, that's great for me. Okay, so we finished up a lot. Oh wait, there's still one more here. Alex asks, can we add more Blade Forged cards to our pledge if we hit the goal? Or will it be scrapped even if we hit the goal, since you seem interested in including the idea into a future project?
Well, if we hit the goal, I'm going to do it. That's how it is. But I plan to do a future project. I'd like to do a future project that is procedurally generated, because it is something that I'm really interested in personally, and we haven't really seen any board games that fully realize that technology. I think that, to be honest, I think that Keyforge did it in kind of a lame way, which is one reason that I wanted to parody that, because you really could do some really cool things, like actually making every single card in every deck unique if you do it well. And and I feel like that kind of audacity is the kind of thing that a company our size is capable of tackling. So imagine maybe a game like Exceed, but with every deck being a unique character with unique special attacks that are, computer balanced. That's the kind of thing you could do with this set, where, almost like Pokemon, everybody's got their unique IVs and everybody fights a little bit differently and has a different move set. And so you never encounter the same one twice. Like, you truly never encounter the exact same character twice. That's sort of the real potential of this idea. And one of the things that we wanted to do was to sort of test it out and see if we could make it scale, to try it out in a very small way with our printer technology, and see if we can make it work to investigate for future projects. But regardless of that, we're still thinking about future projects, and so we're still going to be looking towards the future for that kind of a thing. Maybe I rambled a bit, but I hope that answered the question.
Oh, that excites me a lot, because nothing has fulfilled my fantasy as a Johnny player more than having a deck that literally only I have ever played, or I have ever will play, right? So that's like the ultimate fantasy.
Especially if it comes with like custom made combos, like you could make like Yu-Gi-Oh style combos, but they are truly unique to your deck, right?
Oh, that's so cool. Like, you could be known as the guy who plays the deck that does this, right?
Yeah.
And
like this is the guy with the scapegoat deck, and it actually does that crazy thing that you saw in the anime. That's the kind of experience that you can generate.
Oh, that sounds so cool.
Fully realized, right?
That sounds so cool to me. All right. Okay, so I think we're done with most of the questions for now that are related to collusion. So we'll move on to the questions that aren't related to collusion. Gutras asks, what is up next for Level 99 Games?
What is up next for Level? Well, we talked a little bit about that already. The next big thing that we're doing is going to be Seventh Cross. This is a fully cooperative monster hunting adventure board game. You and a few friends venture into the heart of darkness to battle crazy giant monsters. It is very, very Dark Souls, very Bloodborne in execution. Game is pretty tough. You got to use all your wits and all your skills to survive. There's going to be an adventure segment where you can meet new NPCs. You can level up your cards. You can explore this, various castles of this ancient empire, learn the whole backstory, and hopefully save the world, or not, depending on how well you do in the actual events. It's pretty cool. It's going to be a big campaign-based narrative game, but with a lot of crunchy mechanics. So if you are a fan, if you're in that, let's say if you really liked Kingdom Death, but you really hate dice, this is going to be a game for you. If you really liked Gloomhaven, but you really wanted more quicker character growth, this is going to be a game for you. And more character death, because characters can get killed pretty quickly in this game. So,
oh my god!
So this is going to be our entry into that big adventure game, like the truly big adventure legacy game.
There's a really powerful imagery that I want everyone to understand for Seventh Cross, in my opinion. Okay.
All right.
The board is not laid flat on your table, right? Like, let's make this very clear, right? It's not necessarily always laid flat on your table. It's
yeah, it's like towered. So it's a 2D board, and you move your characters around on this platform, kind of like what's the word? I'm thinking original Mario Brothers, but I'm probably not doing it very much justice. I guess I'd say more like Castlevania, if you really want.
Yes.
But the board sits in the table between the players, and you kind of build this vertical stage. So
vertical.
It's cool. Yeah, it's basically a side scroller.
It's a side-scrolling board game. Isn't that amazing? My gosh!
So that's Seventh Cross.
Yes. For people who have played Exceed Season 2, the characters in 7th Cross are the characters in Exceed Season 2. So you got a little sneak preview of what that world will be like and who the characters are. And when Brad says that the game is lethal, he means it. I believe one of the boss fights includes fighting Minato or something. And that is a character who can literally summon jumbo jets. So
that's one of the sillier fights. But to give a good illustration, a character typically has about 7 hit points, and bosses typically hit for 5 or 6 damage each. So if you are, I guess I'd say, if you are at any danger at all and you're not paying attention, you can just be executed easily.
Rip.
Yeah. So you have to be real careful.
Insta-killed. All right. Justin asks, here's one related to Collusion. Have you ever considered doing a Sentinels of the Multiverse crossover pack like you did with BattleCon?
We had considered it, and we'd actually talked to Sentinels about doing a couple of the crossovers, but they told us last time we asked that they were just not interested in doing outside crossovers anymore, so we didn't pressure them for Millennium Blades. And as far as I understand, that's still their policy. They're trying to do things more in-house and less collaboratively outside of their own company at the present.
I see. That's a fine direction to take.
Yeah.
What else?
It's fine.
Oh, people are now excited about 7th Cross. Will 7th Cross be going to retail?
We'll decide that when we get there. But since this game is even bigger than Collusion, it seems unlikely. We do have other games that are going to retail in the meantime, though. So we will continue to have retail offerings. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, absolutely do not worry. Oh, here's a question for us, Brad. Love that you guys are into Kingdom Hearts, even though there's a reference of Sora in your Final Fantasy set. Would you consider adding one more set focused on ripping on Kingdom Hearts? Realm of Darkness, # Darkness Within Darkness.
That I think that's a question for our set sponsors. We don't have plans for any more Kingdom Hearts, specifically Kingdom Hearts parodies, but we'll see where things lie. I think it's not outside the realm of possibility that one of our set sponsors wants to do something crazy for Kingdom Hearts, which would be a lot of fun. I certainly wouldn't mind doing more Kingdom Hearts parodies. And
yes, that's true.
Yeah, I think I mentioned that to Josh that we ought to try and put in one more, but we'll see where it goes.
We'll see where it goes. Here's the thing, though. Just because I say that Brad and I talk about Kingdom Hearts a lot doesn't mean we're really into it. Let's just say it's not always positive feedback.
Well, I think it's like you said. It's the game that we love to hate, right?
Yeah, it's the game that we both love to hate. It's like I believe on the podcast we've had literally 10 minutes of like us talking about whether or not the organization 13 members makes sense or why do they even exist, all that stuff. So, yeah, there you go. Andrew asks, will future Level 99 games Kickstarters be designed to be self-contained one-shots, or will there be the possibility of expansions for those games?
Yeah, we still are planning on the possibility of expansions. Like I said, our next project is going to be 7th Cross, probably. We may slip something else in before there. We're working pretty heavily on the digital version of Pixel Tactics right now, and it may turn out that Pixel Tactics is ready to go before. So we're going to play that by ear. But in general, we're going to, we're just going to build the games that we build. And if it makes sense that there's room for expansions, then we'll continue to be, to be doing to do expansions. We'll do what makes sense, and we'll do what the fans are looking for, right? So if you play a game and you want to see more of it, then you just got to let us know.
Yeah. Oh, Alex is asking some hard questions for you, Brad. Any word on Esper X?
So the word on Esper X, this is a little sad, but I haven't been able to get in touch with the artist in a long time, and that's kind of stalled out things. We were, starting to get art done for the world building and for the eventual Esper Exceed set, but I haven't heard from the lead artist in a long time, and that's sort of put that project on hold. We're probably going to consider what else we can do with it in the near future, but we don't have any plans at present.
All right. Sliced asks, sorry, I've just heard of Seventh Cross. Will this have a Kickstarter?
Yes, it will. It'll either be fall or winter it'll be summer or fall this year. That's our plan.
All right. Okay. Alex asks, Seventh Cross solo mode. I mean, I guess you can just play all the hunters yourself.
You can play it. You can play it with one hunter, and it's designed to be soloable or up to 4 players. Yeah,
Brad, you're making me want this game even.
This is too much about Seventh Cross, though. We'll talk more about that in future podcasts, and I'll even do a future live stream and talk to you about it when the time comes.
This is a great way to plug our podcast. Anybody who doesn't know yet, if you want to learn more about Level 99 Games news or learn about design or otherwise, we do have a podcast called the New Level Cap Podcast. Look for it on all of your podcasting apps or on our blogs.
Yeah. I think we do an okay podcast. It's kind of fun. It's kind of informative.
Kinda? Yeah, it's informative, it's fun, and we do spend at least 5 minutes every episode ragging on Kingdom Hearts. Chris Solas asks,
praising Dark Souls.
Yeah, praising Dark Souls. That's it. Those 2 games, we've basically banned ourselves from talking about them because we keep talking about Dark Souls.
It's not a ban. It's mandatory. We always talk about them. No, it's Marco speaks 50% of the time, so it's 50% fun, and I speak 50% of the time, so it's 50% informative.
Yeah,
when neither of us are talking, it's both fun and informative.
That's true. Oh my gosh. All right. Chris asks, will you guys be at PAX East? I don't know, Chris. That's a question for you.
This is a great question. I'm gonna let my marketing director answer that. Chris, do you want to jump in and talk about PAX East?
Oh my gosh. Okay, we'll keep answering some questions. Okay, Chris asks. Okay, before Chris makes it in, what do you call a ban that's not when it's not a ban? It's called an embargo that we constantly break.
What?
It's a Van Diesel, of course.
It's a van.
Oh my gosh. Oh no, I just saw this question from Crows.
Don't ask that question.
Don't answer the question. Don't answer the question. Is it too controversial? Okay. Dear Margot, is there any truth to the many rumors that you are the head of the Van Diesel fan club and #1 member? You and Van using your industry connections to get him into the MB game was an attempt to get the heat off of him. With recent reports of his rampant illegal oil addiction usage, the press has covered. Okay, how dare you ask me that question? I'm deeply offended. Please get us out of my face. I do not have to answer to you or anyone. The lawyers said that I shouldn't, so I will not.
No press. No press.
No press. Get out of here. Get out. Oh, take the camera away from me. All right. What else? Guile asked, what made you decide to the last Millennium Blades expansion? Oh, we already answered this question. I'm sorry. Yeah, mostly because we want to do other games in the Millennium Blades world. I
think there's a lot of cool stuff to do in Millennium Blades universe, but it's not Millennium Blades. Like we want to do the Legacy game. We want to do a video game. We want to do a couple smaller spin-off games. So we got a lot of cool stuff to do in Millennium Blades. We just gotta, not be working on Millennium Blades so that we can do it.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Alex says, I love the podcast. I do miss you guys talking about Level 99 Games updates, similar to what's usually at the end of your emails. Any plans for the return? So I think one thing that people misunderstand is that we didn't chop off that segment entirely. It's just that Brad and I only talk about it when there's actual news. In the old version of the podcast, we used to try and force a news segment every time. Yeah. And that wasn't fairly good. So now we usually just wait until there's a lot of news to announce, especially when we make a breakthrough in one of our games or we want to reveal a new thing for all of you. Rather than going like, oh, so for today we fix this number on this one card. Like it's usually
it's we try to be a little more informative. And now that we have, I guess we have the self-insert ad in there, you can now hear about what's happening that's relevant immediately. Hey, Chris, welcome.
Hey, how are you?
Nice chair.
Nice chair. Oh, you know, yeah, thank you so much.
I have the same one downstairs.
That's great.
Wow, you people in your chairs. I don't even have a chair. I'm literally not sitting in a chair right now.
Having a chair like this ups your gaming win percentage by about 30%. Facts.
By 30%? Wow, I gotta buy one of these things. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right.
So Chris, for those of you who don't know Chris Sillis, Chris is our marketing director and is also in charge of all of our show appearances. So he's going to be coordinating our PAX East appearance next week and also our Gamma Trade Show appearance, if any of you guys are at Gamma Trade Show for whatever reason. So come and see us at those two. And Chris, why don't you tell us a bit about what we have planned for these?
Yeah, so Gamma, it's an industry event. So if you're in the industry or retailer, you can meet us there, and we'll be glad to demo our products and show you what it's all about. To get more level 99 games to more stores. So it's a business side meeting. Brad will be there too, so it's gonna be
we got free giveaways. We got free giveaways. The Street Fighter Exceed decks. We can give you a couple of those. We're also gonna have show specials at the show, so come meet us and get some of our games for your store cheaper. And I think one other thing is that we're really looking for ways to develop the store presence. So if you have suggestions, we would love to hear your suggestions in person.
Yeah. And again, I also like the XC demo decks, organized play program. The XC demo decks are so good. So I'm really excited about those.
Yeah, you've been melting them at the past shows, right? Like PAX South, you gave away like 500 of those, right?
Yeah, we gave away actually 500 demo decks. PAX East is probably going to be our biggest con aside from when we show up at Gen Con. The whole booth is Exceed completely. And you can go there, get the demo decks, play Exceed with our staff, and we're just going to be Exceed everywhere. And we're going to Street Fighter.
Yeah. It's going to be pretty cool.
And the venue's open like 12 hours a day. So that's 12 hours a day of Exceed. I'm excited and tired already.
Are we going to be running any events like tournaments or free play events or anything like that?
There's open play, there's free play, there's play the level 99 games team. There's no tournament, but you can definitely get organized play against people that don't know what they're doing. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Anything? Let's see. And what's our next show after East? What are we doing next?
FanimeCon.
Okay.
That's in California. Yeah, I live there. San Jose, California. Yeah. And that should be pretty big too. We're going to push Exceed there also.
Awesome. Cool. Well, and if you guys have any questions about shows that are coming up, you can feel free to leave them for Chris. You can find him in our Discord or here in comments, or you can just email us directly on our contact form, level99games/contact-us, and we'll be there to answer any questions that come up. Or if you're hosting a show of your own and you want to request some demo copies of products, or if you're just hosting a game day of your own and you want to get some demo copies of Exceed, we can certainly get those out to you. So, get in touch and let us know how we can help you play games.
Yeah, sounds great.
Cool.
So what means
are you gonna hang out with us?
About? I'll hang out for a little bit. Yeah, I guess we're talking about Kingdom Hearts in the podcast.
We were talking about Kingdom Hearts and podcasting and Dark Souls, all the things that we love and hate, and vice versa, and otherwise.
For people who listen to the podcast, Chris is the voice you hear at the start, in the middle, and at the end. So I guess that's now you know. Now you can put a face to the voice. I guess.
Matthew, you haven't played Shadow Hearts. Shadow Hearts is so good. You should, if you're as a JRPG enthusiast, you should just go get it and play it. It's worth all the time.
Shadow Hearts. Shadow Hearts wasn't a Kingdom Hearts joke.
No, that's a real thing. Shadow Hearts is it actually predates Kingdom Hearts. I'm pretty sure it's a PS2 RPG, and I think it holds the title of being like one of the only horror JRPGs. Although as time went on, it started to get a little bit sillier. Like From the New World is pretty silly. That's the third one. Second one, Shadow Hearts 2, is still like has a really good atmosphere to it. I think it's the high point of the series. Shadow Hearts 1 feels a little dated, but it's very heavy on the horror themes. So it really is pretty spooky. And it's probably the most scary of the Shadow Hearts series. Anyway, it's one of my personal favorite series, so I'm happy somebody brought it up.
Okay. We all know my favorite RPG game in existence, so we no need to go for that. Dominic Joe Miller asks, how are Imperial and BattleCon Unleashed coming along?
Well, every 2 weeks we post the current state of those games in our newsletter. So if you're ever curious, you can always check your most recent Level 99 Games newsletter. But to answer the question, Imperial artwork is just about done. We've got like 2 or 3 more backer characters to finish up, and then we'll have the base game off to press. And then there's a few more alternate captains for the expansion game, and then that'll be off to press. But we expect it all to be off to press by the end of March. BattleCon Unleashed is mainly in playtesting right now. We're about done with all the Wanderers stuff. And Marco, you know more about this because you're doing playtesting on BattleCon, right?
Yes. Do you want like the overhead or the actual nitty gritty? Because the overhead is we're still testing characters. Around 6 or 7 of them seem solid, and then there's just like a few more stragglers that need to get fixed. Particularly some of the characters that have very diametrically opposed play spaces. So a character like Daijin, for example, whose entire play style is I'm broken, but then I give you really OP antis. So that can get a little bit wonky because it's like a little bit of imbalance on either side will result in a poor experience for one of the players. So he tends to be a bit hard to balance. If anybody's played Devastation, Alexian is a similar-ish character. So kind of think like Daijin's just Alexian version 2. He's a genie, by the way. So the OP thing he does is that he grants you wishes.
Like Will Smith?
More like Shaquille O'Neal, really.
Yeah, more like Shaquille O'Neal, because indeed... wait, Shazam? Is he like a Shazam? Oh. Yeah, he is, because he's kind of like a...
But not the
he's
new
like a
Shazam,
big...
the old Shazam.
Yeah. And not the DC character, I guess. Captain Marvel is his name?
Kazam, just saying.
It's Kazam.
Oh,
That's
Kazam.
right. It's Kazam. Oh man,
Kazam.
we're showing our scrub. Yeah.
Okay, I have an excuse though. I'm 23. I wasn't alive when that movie was out. So
wait, Marco.
What's your excuse?
That's not an excuse.
Well, I shamelessly saw that movie like less than a year ago. So.
Oh man.
Okay.
With that little bit of embarrassment, I'm gonna head out. You guys have a good stream and nice chatting.
Hey, good to see you, Chris.
Right.
Take care.
Bye, Chris. All right. So for people listening to the audio-only version of this thing, Chris came in, told us about some events that were happening, and then left. Don't worry, you didn't miss much. He bailed. Don't worry, though. You didn't miss much because Chris is probably going to record a special segment telling you about all of our future events or something, and we'll insert it into the podcast at some point. So don't worry about it. Chris will be back for you and your hearts very soon. So we don't have any questions right now. Brad, it's time to play a game.
All right, you got some stream games for us.
I mean, obviously, it's time for some stream games for you and me. I've prepared, not necessarily cards or anything, but I do want to ask people in the chat, what's your favorite Millennium Blades card? And here's the big deal. You have to just give us either the flavor text or the thing it's referencing. And Brad and I will try to guess the name that we actually gave the card in Millennium Blades.
Okay.
All right?
I can win this game.
Okay. So, for example, your favorite card is Exaltius the Untenable. You tell us it's the Exodia parody, and we have to name Exaltius the Untenable. Okay, so Dominic Joe Miller says Alton Brown. Okay, I'm lost here.
Oh, wait, I know this one. This is, it's from the chef set. And now I'm spacing on which one is Alton Brown.
Of course, it's not the Dude Boro of Flavortown.
Right.
That's not it.
And post them as QAs so that we can go through them. We don't want to miss any of your questions. So just post them as questions, the flavor text or the reference that you want us to name.
As a QA. As a Q&A, yeah.
Okay, let's see. It's oh man, I feel like it's Billy Fry or something. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Josh,
help me. Josh. Josh
We already
designed
lost.
the chef. Josh designed the chef set. So
We already lost, Brad.
I know. Oh, this is rough. All right, Marco. I'm gonna let you do the next one. I'm gonna secretly sneak onto the server and check the cards so I can figure out which one this is. So now it's gonna kill me
Alright.
the rest of the stream if I don't remember.
The Charizard parody. The Charizard parody. Okay, I think this is really annoying because you picked the card that I know what the name is, but I can't give the exact name. Is it like Bernazard -EX- Obliterate or something? I know it's Bernazard.
It's Omega EX Revolver J, I think.
Okay, so Bernazard.
Bernazard EX Omega Revolver J.
There you go.
Charizard parody.
Thanks, Brad. Thanks. You got us here.
Yeah.
Roll from Mega Man. Oh gosh. Okay, wait. Helpful robot something.
Inept robotic assistant Cascade.
Wow. You're getting this way better than me.
Yeah,
JoJo reference? JoJo reference? Monica Mostar. I know that one.
Or Dagurios, the man, Zibalabatives.
Oh, right, because he's one of the promo backer characters.
Yeah, one of the backer promos.
Yeah. All right. So Red Ranger. There's one here called the Red Ranger reference.
There's Ducky Red.
Ducky Red, right?
Ducky Red is the Red Ranger reference. There's also the Scrabble guy might be a Power Rangers reference. Probably more Ultraman than Power Rangers.
No, he's probably more Ultraman. He's definitely not. Yeah. Achroma, Angel of Wrath parody. That's easy. That's Aroma, Angel of Zest.
Oh man, I wish I could put these pictures up on screen. Can I do that?
We can't. Kickstarter streaming is very limited.
Oh, that's a shame.
Okay. Matthew says he champions the cause of the elements, like more periodic tables in classrooms and stuff.
Elemental Hero Mavendi.
Wow, Brad just knows.
Yeah, because I love that flavor text.
Okay. The reading's off the charts. Even Master Exaltius doesn't have a star count that high.
Oh no! I don't know this one. Oh no!
I don't know this one. I lost on this one.
Yeah, that's the reason. Oh, it's guys, it's the Qui-Gon Jinn parody. It's the Qui-Gon Jinn parody.
Are you sure it's the Qui-Gon?
Yeah.
Elemental champion.
Madavi.
Oh, it's not a hero. Oh, we already lost.
Oh no, we've lost a lot of these. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep fighting the fight.
It's on Galactic Caboose.
Yeah, it's okay. Let's see here.
Isn't it just Qui-Gon Jinn?
It's not
Qui-Gon Jinn.
It's
correct. It's Qui-Gon Jinn.
Well, that's not the name of the card.
The name of the card is literally just Qui-Gon Jinn. Like it's just a misspelling of Qui-Gon Jinn, right?
Is that how low we've fallen?
Yeah, I believe it's just a misspelling of Qui-Gon Jinn. But it's still pronounced the same way.
Space Sage Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yeah, Qui-Gon Jinn.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The Akuma parody.
I'm looking at the chef set. All right. That's actually Don't mind me. Keep going.
Akuma parody.
Captain Picard.
Captain Picard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. That's the Akuma parody, right?
Yep.
Impossible. His duelist level is over 25. Oh man, you all are destroying me on these. Gosh. I shouldn't have said flavor text. I shouldn't have said. Is
that a real flavor text? I don't know that one.
Yeah, I don't know that one. I haven't listened to that one.
That must be one of Josh's.
Okay, here. Well, I can't. I don't know. You all are destroying me on these. I quit. Can somebody give me the answer to that one, Connor? Connor,
I need to know where that one is.
Well, Guja says, I like swords.
I like swords. Oh, that's easy. That's Blizzard Angst.
It is Blizzard Angst. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it
was Bray DeCal the Awesome from Millennium Masters. Oh, that's okay.
Oh, Fire Emblem parody.
The Fire Emblem parody. This is the Radiant Historia parody, right? which would
Are
be.
you sure?
I think so.
Yeah, then it's Radiant Historian. That's
the Radiant Historian.
Yeah. Oh, nope. Matthew says it's not Radiant Historian.
Oh, huh.
That's Genealogist of War.
Genealogist of War. All right.
Nice one. Okay, so Crows asks, if each of you had to assemble a team and play a co-op game of Millennium Blades with the fate of the world at stake, who would you choose to help the day? And on a scale from Van Diesel Saves the Multiverse 3 to Kingdom Hearts plot, how screwed would we all be?
Marco, I would choose you to help me save the day.
All right, Brad. I would definitely choose you. We would also need to get Josh in on this because he knows like half the cards, right? He made half of them. You made the other half, and I'm here for the memes. All three of us together will form the ultra team that will fight against the greatest evil on Earth, Square Enix. And then we will, I don't know, on the scale of Van Diesel Saves the Multiverse, the Kingdom Hearts plot, they're probably somewhere in the middle, kind of like...
Thinking like a Sharknado 3 range.
Yeah. Sharknado 3, except the sharks are me and Brad and Josh. So there you go. That's
I really wish we did have Chris here, because it'd be like Marco and T-Pain, just so I could do that. but no. Chris is already gone, unfortunately.
Little did you guys know, T-Pain's going to join the stream. And then T-Pain pops up.
I don't know if you've seen Lonely Island on a boat. There's yours.
Yes, I have. Okay. Yes, Lonely Island is not family friendly. Just to be very clear.
Yeah. Also, don't. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway. Where were we?
We can keep playing this game. How about for the fans? Here's a quick meme one for you. Wouldn't it be crazy if they guessed Trivia Pursuist? Can anybody name the card that flavor text comes from?
That's an awful one. That's almost a little too easy, I think.
That's why it's a meme.
Yeah,
that's why it's a meme. We get to do this to all of you as well. Okay, you're not safe from us. Nobody answered. Nobody got the question because it's so niche that they don't even know.
It's pretty new. It's a pretty new card, I have to say.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be wild if they guessed Trivia Pursuist?
Is the flavor text of Trivia Pursuist, which is a card that asks you to guess the name of a card based on its flavor text. It's basically the game we're playing now.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
I'm just doing Trivia Pursuist with all of you. It's great. Alex says, "Gotta get one now. Coolest duelist, gotta get one now."
This is. I know this one's easy, Marco. You should know this one.
No, I don't. I'm stuck.
You don't know this one?
Honestly.
This is the jingle. Honestly. This is the jingle for the Duelist Fashion Ring, which is Millennium Blade's own dual deck parody.
It is the Duelist Fashion Ring. Oh my gosh. I'm blanking out on all of these. Quick note: It is 6 a.m. for me, and I woke up an hour and a half ago, so I'm not operating at 100% capacity. That's my excuse. Because that's literally my life. It's just a mountain of excuses to forgive my misgivings.
Well, cool. Well, oof.
Are you stretching your card game muscles?
Yes, I'm ready for card games.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we still have around 38 minutes on this thing. So do we have more questions? Okay. 20 life points. About 8,000 life points.
I know this one, Marco.
Is this Pyramid Duelist Kazuki?
Pyramid Duelist Kazuki. Yep.
I see. I got that one.
You got it.
Did y'all watch the stream last Friday, by the way?
Oh, did you manage to thwart Kazuki again?
Yeah. So what happened was
fun to break.
Here, Brad, listen to the way we just broke it. So, Monolith Arena is one of the new sets we have for our crossover collusions, right? And the Chase Legendary for Monolith Arena has Scurry Play Plus. So plus is a keyword that we usually use where it's like we buff a keyword and make it a little bit better. So Scurry Play Plus allows you to play a card into somebody else's tableau. And the card that we got has an effect that reads points, lose that much points instead. Guess what we had that card point to?
Yeah, okay. I see. So so this card's make your opponent lose 8,000 points.
16,000.
We can't go negative, but yeah.
Yeah, the boss ended with 0 points. So good luck, boss.
Wow. Oh wow.
All right.
Well, excuse me.
Oh, it's okay.
It is now. Yeah, it's man. It's getting late over here. 3:20 p.m.
Oh.
So we're here from Millennium Blades and talking about Millennium Blades. I was wondering how many of you guys read the design manual that we put out for Millennium Blades?
Oh, can I link to it?
Yeah, go ahead and link to that in the chat.
I spelled the word manual wrong.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll link to it in the chat. It's in one of our updates, actually.
So I was curious, for those of you guys who have read this little book, how did you like it? Was it useful? Was it not useful? Are you looking forward to seeing kind of more of these things for our other games that we're working on? And yeah, I'm just kind of interested in getting some opinions on that thing. So it's the first one that I've done, and I was hoping to do some more, but I'm curious what people want to see in the future ones, and what suggestions they might have for me.
Oh, can I answer? Can I answer that question as somebody who read it?
If you read it, you can answer it, surely.
Yeah, I absolutely loved it. I especially like that part where you explained like what the pluses were, like the keyword plus. I was just mentioning it earlier, mostly because I wanted to talk about it. Because I just find the plus keyword addition to other keywords to be such a cool mechanic. Because I guess it's like codifying something that card games already do, which is just like take an old mechanic and add a few bells and whistles on top to make it stronger. And that you've codified it into a uniform keyword rather than having people like just create permutations of the same keyword.
To read it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice to have things be all synchronous together.
Yeah. Sean Varros just backed us. Varsos. So, hey, Sean, thanks for backing.
Welcome.
Oh.
Yeah.
The color pie. Sorry, the color pie was also really good. I love it.
Oh, yeah. So, speaking of keywords, I actually designed like 48 more keywords to go in Bladeforge, but it looks like we'll never see them. So,
48 more keywords. This is all your fault, Brad. Worst tease.
So, next time
on Millennium Blades. So, Brad, while we're waiting for responses on the design manual, can I talk to you about an idea that I have?
Sure, go ahead. What's your idea?
So once we convince Crows or dupe him into creating a song for us, I want to make an anime music video for Millennium Blades. just wait on this. I want to make a Millennium Blades anime OP. That's like 1 minute and 30 seconds long.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, set to the tunes of whatever stupid 90s rock music we can find. How about that, Brad? How about that?
Well,
you can just say no.
I can't really stop you, so it's
Yes. Yeah. Brad understands that he cannot stop my means. Yeah. So there you go.
By the way, it's for those of you in the comments, it's not LCG. LCG is trademarked and copyrighted. I can't make it Millennium Blades LCG. This is Millennium Blades LGC, Legacy Game About Cards.
I hate you so much, but I love every word
LGC. Yeah.
Elijah makes a good point. Hey, just one person needs to back the cash grab and we'll have Bladeforge. Anyone willing to give up rent for the good of mankind? Number one, please do not give up your rent for games. As much as we would want you to play games, please do not give up
How much is your rent?
How much is your rent?
Yeah,
that's true. What rent is $9,000?
California. Yeah, California, I'm sure.
California, yeah.
Okay. San Francisco Bay, actually.
Okay, yeah, but even then, if you live in that area, don't give up your rent, especially not in that area.
Oh, man.
Move. Okay. Dominic asks the question to end all questions. Who would play both of you in the eventual movie adaptation of the company's history and story?
Yeah. Well, I'd probably have to be played by Brad Pitt. Most probably.
Whoa, Brad! I understand you're both Brads here, but like creative
mainly the Brads. You know,
Brad Pitt Jr.
Solidarity.
Brad Pitt Jr.
But yeah.
Obviously,
it's mainly because Sean Connery's too old to play me now.
I see.
So I had to settle for Brad Pitt, but you know, I would have picked young Sean Connery to play me.
Okay, so knowing Hollywood, they'll get any like random Japanese and or Chinese actor to play me, despite the fact that I am neither of those races, simply because my eyes are this small. That's how Hollywood works.
Jackie Chan could play you. Well, young Jackie Chan could play you.
Young Jackie Chan? I mean, I guess young Jackie Chan would be animated enough to play me.
Wait. What about a CGI version of Bruce Lee playing you?
Be Walter, my friend. No, definitely. Here's the thing. You could get any person who's not Asian to play me, so long as they are as eloquent and outspoken as I am. Because, like, as much as I would love to have my heroes Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee play me, they do not have the diction to carry the Marco, okay? Like I don't care. Take any non-Asian so long as they can talk as well as me in English. It doesn't matter.
Vin Diesel from Marco.
Yes!
Or Van Diesel from Marco.
Van Diesel for Marco. That's it. Actually, I am actually a buff, bald man underneath all of this. This is the reason why I wear jackets, you know? It's like when I take this off, I am like 30 pounds of pure muscle. In addition to whatever my current weight is.
And
so
a
there
van.
You go. And a van. Little did you know. Anybody on our Level 99 Games Discord servers, by the way, if you haven't joined, please join our Level 99 Games official Discord server to get all the news you need whenever you want. Here's an important piece of information for you. We have Van Diesel emojis right there, so you can totally play Van Diesel emojis whenever you want.
Oh my gosh. This is not a selling point, Marco.
It is a selling point. What?
Oh, man.
Scarlett Johansson for Marco. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
I would trade you for Scarlett Johansson.
I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, honestly, replace me with Scarlett Johansson for all I care. If Scarlett Johansson in some alternate universe decides to work for Level 99 Games instead of being a mega superstar actress, kudos to all of you.
Speaking of, now that we're talking about movies and alternate universes, have you seen Spider-Verse yet?
Yes, it's such a great movie.
This movie is so good. It's so good. Oh man. If you're watching this and you haven't seen Spider-Verse, go see Spider-Verse.
Go see it. It's like, it's so beautiful. And like, I don't think I could ever capture how good it is without you watching it, because like the scenes and the cinematography are just...
Yeah, it's hard to explain how unique this movie is. But there's a reason it beat the Pixar films this year for the awards.
I mean, to be fair, Pixar films aren't as good as they used to be.
They're still pretty technologically impressive.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, Crows asks, wouldn't it be cool if there was an actual Legacy Millennium Blades? Maybe. We're planning to, I guess.
Yeah, that's what we want to do. Actually, an actual Legacy Millennium Blades, where the story continues to change, the game continues to change. That's kind of what we see as part of the future for Millennium Blades. So look out for it. It'll be fun.
Hey, it's Ferdinand. What's up, my fellow Filipino, bro? Brad, what's up, my Brad? All right.
What?
Brad is the Filipino slang term for bro. Okay.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. Like I
remember we had this segment on the podcast because you told me that, and then I told you that in Japan it sounds like blood, which is like a gangster name.
So Brad is not only gangster, but he's a bro.
Yeah, gangster bros.
Okay. To be fair, I'd cast Marco to play Marco in the eventual Animorphs reboot.
Oh man.
Oh, to be fair, my morph would be a tiger. Mostly because here's a fun story for all of you. In case you didn't know.
If you're Marco, you only get one morph.
Yeah, you only get one morph. That's the only morph you need. It's a tiger. I once had to sleep in the back of a van with an actual live, fully grown tiger in it. and it was the weirdest experience of my life, where I spent like 4 to 5 hours in the back of a van with a tiger, because we had to transport it somewhere. It was really fun.
Very life of Pi. Yeah, Marco's family owns a zoo. You don't just like randomly have tigers running around the Philippines.
Yes. We own a zoo. Honey, I bought the zoo. But yes, Alex says, I discovered level 99 games through Disc Duelers. I've never heard you talk about some of your older games. Quick thoughts?
Yeah, well, Disc Duelers, I think, was probably an idea that we didn't have the money to fully realize, and I think maybe we invested in some of the wrong ways in that product. I should have probably built more into the core gameplay and less into just having 50 different characters in the game. And so I think it's an idea that maybe its time will come again. We certainly have been thinking about doing another 7-card slugfest type of game in the near future, and maybe even doing a master plan spinoff. So some of our classics come back. But so far, Pixel Tactics and Noir are the only classics that have been around forever and ever.
Brad, I love Master Plan. It's one of my favorite games from the minigame library. It's absolutely great. Also, 7th Cross, 7-card Slugfest new version is you give people gloves and you actually punch each other. How about that?
That's terrible.
That's terrible?
It's
okay, good.
It's like that burrito throwing game that's on Kickstarter right now.
Oh, are we throwing shade at Exploding Kittens now?
Well, the throw burrito. I don't throw shade. I mean, I think just burritos.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. 7th Cross, 7-card Slugfest, 7 Sisters. Hey, wait a minute. I just realized. Why are we so into the 7 number, Brad, huh? Is this some sort of conspiracy?
So it actually, when I first did 7-card Slugfest, it was actually 5-card fisticuffs, but I found out I needed 7 cards. So I had to change it to 7-card Slugfest. So the alliteration would still work.
I see.
There's just a coincidence between 7th Cross and 7-card Slugfest. There's no relationship there.
Dominic says Leopard Dawn.
I do like 7s though.
7s, yes, it's absolutely great. 7 is the holy number. There are 7 days in a week. Oh, Leopard Dawn was from the Toei Tokatsu series. Oh, everyone, yes, I know this Japanese Spider-Man. Have you heard of the Japanese Spider-Man, Brad?
All I know is the Japanese Batman, which is Ninja Batman.
No. Japanese Spider-Man is a Sentai show where Spider-Man is like a Kamen Rider, and he has a Megazord that he summons with a flute. It's the best. What?
That sounds so good. Are there other Spider-Mans that ride with him in Sentai fashion?
No. He's a solo. That's why I said like Kamen Rider. He's more of a solo Spider-Man kind of deal.
Wow.
It's the most atrocious thing I've ever heard, and it's the best. Okay. Oh, hey Brad, do you want to make? Crows basically asks, hey, can we have a level 99 games about Pogs?
A game about Pogs.
Yeah.
Pogs were certainly a part of my childhood that I was ready to forget, but I won't say that I haven't thought about doing a Pogs-based board game, but I haven't come up with one yet. I haven't come up with a good one yet.
Oh, by the way, speaking of older games, I don't know. It's like kind of like an open secret, right? That we're doing a certain reprint of a certain game that you made before, right?
Oh, are we talking about the one that starts with an M and ends with the Istic Empyrean? That one?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, yes. Mystic Empyrean was my first published RPG. We have a reprint ready to go. We just haven't really found the time to do all the final touches on it. But it is something that I'd like to reprint pretty soon. And I kind of do want to get level 99 games more into the RPG scene, but I don't want to do. Oh, did a set sponsor slot open up?
Why is that an oh no? Ooh. Don't you mean an oh yes? Now someone can take it, right?
Yeah, grab one.
Yeah. Grab one while it's still up. You have around 26 minutes.
You can make that Shadow Hearts set.
Or Kingdom Hearts set.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
What were we saying? I was talking about Mystic Empyrean. Yeah. So I kind of want to get more back into RPGs. And I want to do something unique in RPGs, not just like world RPGs, but something that's, that hasn't been done before. So we're really looking for ways to make an RPG that's going to stand out from the masses before we do another big thing. Charles, are those all the souls that you acquired by winning BattleCon tournaments? No, don't buy the shameless cash grab tier, please. It's just there for the memes.
Crows is saying someone grab it and make a Sentai theme set where each card is a different colored ranger. That already exists. It's called the Ducky Rangers set, and you can totally.
We actually have Ducky Rangers too in Collusion.
We do?
Yeah.
What?
It's like Ducky Rangers are like /reload or something like that, and it's got 5 more Ducky Rangers, but it's got like their nemesis and their love interest and their mascot, that kind of thing.
I see. Oh, okay. Oh, wait, is that the one with Ducky Mask? No, Ducky Mask is the original Ducky set, right?
Yeah, he's part of the original set. Yeah.
Isn't that Josh? Is Ducky Mask Josh?
Ducky Mask was Josh's card, like staff card. Yeah.
Oh, that's totally beautiful.
Yeah. So in all the sets, we have what are called like staff cards, and these are just like members of our team got we put their likeness on a card, and it's kind of the secret rare of the set. And they started in Collusion, and let's see. Yeah. So Marco's is little Mark. Let's see. Everybody's got one, but you can find them for yourself. They're pretty fun.
Yeah. I like the flavor text on little Mark the most. That's what makes me so happy.
Oh yeah. Don't forget your special punch.
Yeah, he's like, never forget your special punch.
Yeah. Fans of the podcast will recognize the thing. Maybe we're too insular. I keep talking about the podcast, but I realize that maybe not everyone has heard our podcast.
Yeah, I mean, anybody who's watched any of my videos knows that, right? Any of my videos, any of them. I think there's one thing here that we have to make it very clear, Brad. Millennium Blades as an RPG is pretty unique in all of its own, right? I mean, in my opinion. Sorry, Millennium Mystic Empyrean. They both start with M.
Mystic Imperial. They do. It gets even weirder when you get Imperial spells of steam into the mix.
Mystic Imperial, Millennium Imperial. But yes, Mystic Imperial is quite a unique RPG in all of its own. Mostly because the way you roleplay dictates what powers you get. So that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so at the end of the game, you actually evaluate the player's roleplay, and you assign them powers based on the way that they roleplayed. So you have to roleplay into the skills you want. It's pretty fun. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you act like a greedy boy and loot all the corpses all the time, you get this power that's like, the jaw of avarice, which means that you're always hungry, but you can eat anything or something like that, right?
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of fun powers, and they're all because your characters are elementals, and so they change form over time. So, yeah, it's so you get to do some really really fun stuff with the characters.
Brad, when we do the Mystic Empyrean Kickstarter or whatever, we should totally do a let's play of it on our channel with you and me and some other staff members.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We should do a campaign for sure. Jerome asks, I'm just afraid of import taxes to Belgium for for Millennium Blades. You can, it's going to be EU friendly, so it'll ship from within within Europe. So we're probably going to have a fulfillment center in Germany or France. I'm still working out which one we're going to go with, but it will ship from within the EU, and you will not have any import taxes on anything you order in this project.
Yeah.
So that might be one reason to, even for some of the older stuff, to wait until December to get it, because you can get it all without paying the customs fees. So keep that in mind.
I'm so glad that this shipping thing has been worked out, because I don't know how you did it, what staff wizardry you've done, but my shipping for your games is now what, $15 to Asia or something? Crazy.
Yeah. I mean, we. Black magic, right?
You and your wizarding of board games.
Yeah. Sonny asks, if I was to get the set, could you foresee any issues in a Star Trek themed set? We have, I think, 2 Star Trek themed cards in the game already, but you could certainly do a set. So the only Captain Picard, there's a Captain Picard card, and there's a red shirt card. And those are the only 2 Star Trek references. So if you want to do Star Trek, you certainly could, and there's a lot of material to work with there.
Yes.
So, Yeah.
Yes, that's true. Crows says my shipping for this game is Brad X Marco.
Oh no, we've been shipped.
We've been shipped. People who listen to the podcast will understand.
Oh dear.
Remember that one time we read fan fiction?
Yeah. I think I remember like 2 times we read fan fiction.
It was
They'll
great.
both live on in infamy.
Yep. My favorite. There was. I will not even mention it. What the fan fiction was about. It's called Breaking Dusk. In case anybody wants to look up on it. But yes, that's the name of the fan fiction I read. It was funny. It was really funny.
This is the Indians Twilight spinoff. I'm sure.
Yep. It had Demetras and Vanna. By the way, everyone in chat, the character's name is pronounced Demetras. Get mad at Brad for it, please. It's not Demetras. It's Demetras. Get mad at Brad for it, please.
Demetras is cool too. Why are you asking me?
No, Brad, it's not. It's not cool, man. It's not cool.
I mean, if I can avoid having a tomato thrown my way, I'll totally change the pronunciation of the name.
Yes. All right, we've changed the name, everyone. Okay, so we have around 15 minutes left on this. Brad, I want to ask you some questions. Is that okay? This isn't related to a lot of stuff, but the question here is how do you feel about this? How do you feel about this Kickstarter? Is this a raving success? Or are there any things you wish you could have done better, or any things that you're happy happened?
Let's see. What do you say? So the Kickstarter is a huge success. Of course, I'm really thrilled. It's the most backed project that Level 99 Games has ever done. So we broke 4,000 backers this time, which is really incredible to me. So I want to say thank you guys so much for supporting the game and bringing it to life. I think we did everything that we really wanted to do with Millennium Blades, aside from the quack experimental stuff in Blade Forge, which we'll incorporate somewhere else. So you won't miss Blade Forge. We'll do it somewhere else. Don't worry. Thanks for catching that, Dominic. Anyway, what was I saying? So with Millennium Blades, I'm quite happy with how everything's turned out, and it's more we've certainly raised more than we thought we would when we started this project, and I guess that speaks to the saturation that Millennium Blades has achieved through the past 3 years of its life. It's certainly been I would say the most popular Level 99 game of all time. It's one of the only games that we've had we've brought in and it's immediately sold out, and we had to reprint it, and it's sold out again, and then gone to a third printing. So very few of our games have gotten a third printing. I think Pixel Tactics is the only other one.
Yeah.
So that's really exciting to see that happen. And I'm just I remember when it first came out, and I was scared to death that people just wouldn't get it. Right? Like there's this game, and it's about trading card games, but it's not collectible, but it's about collectibles. And in the game, you do collections and buying and selling, but it's all in game. I was like, people are not going to get this. It's gonna be too weird, and nobody's gonna like it. But it turned out to be one of the most enjoyed and loved Level 99 games so far. And I really want to make more games like Millennium Blades in the future. So I think this is a great send-off for the series, and I'm really looking forward to where Millennium Blades as a world goes in the future, and also where Level 99 Games goes with the kind of core concepts that we've learned in Millennium Blades.
Yeah.
So that's my feeling about it.
Millennium Blades is my second favorite game of all time. So
after BattleCon?
No, der.
Okay.
It has to be BattleCon. For people who don't know, Level 99 Games was my introduction to the board gaming hobby. So this is the dream, everyone. Doing meta stuff is great. The meta life, we're all meta here. If you like Brad, that's plus 10 points to your final tournament score. Don't let that. That's a niche ruling in the rule book. If you
now you're getting some Munchkin level stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take this bookmark and tear it up, and then throw it in the air, and also like the Level 99 Games Facebook page, you get 10 extra RP.
Yeah, that's literally a rule in the rule book. Check it out.
That should actually be a card, I think. Maybe I'll have to make the Munchkin parody card.
Oh my gosh, that'd be so cool. I do it. Absolutely.
I don't know if you're familiar with the Munchkin bookmarks, but they're all over the place. It's a promo thing they do.
Really?
But they involve you. Yeah, they always involve you like tearing up or destroying or defacing the item in some way, and then you have to do some stupid publicity stunt, and then you, I think you get like +1 in your combat, or you gain a level, or something small in game.
I love it.
People do it. People stockpile this stuff for the Munchkin World tournaments that they host.
Okay, that's great. They are amazing. Oh,
yeah.
Speaking of which, shucks, I don't know if we've revealed that thing yet, so I don't know if we can talk about it. So
Which
I just won't talk about it.
What do you not think about?
The thing that you have to visit a website for. Do you know the one I'm talking about?
I think yeah. Well, we haven't revealed it yet, but it's in the Princess Power set, so it's already been unlocked.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So can we reveal it?
I think Josh would be okay with us talking about it. He'll probably feature it in another Monday update, but we can tell you about it here. So do you want to explain it?
Sure. Okay. Has anyone played Magic: The Gathering and played that Urza card or whatever its name is?
Urza Headmaster.
Urza Headmaster. There you go. And you can go to a website to find out what its effects are. Yeah, it's that. You go to the official Level 99 Games website to find out the effect of the card.
Yeah, the card is called Internet Princess, and you click on the link and it will tell you what the card does, and it does a large number of random things, right? And if for some reason the website's down, it has a secondary effect. So don't worry.
I think the card effect is something like, if you have internet and can access this following website, that is that card's effect. Otherwise, it does this other thing.
Yeah. It's almost always better to have the internet. That's the lesson of this card.
Yes, absolutely. The internet is necessary for optimal play.
Now, Josh has done some pretty fun stuff with these. My other favorite one are the here and there cards, or the near and far cards. In the near and far cards, they actually have a little paragraph adventure sheet, and it says like, read paragraph F and make a decision, and then you have to go to the sheet and read the text and make a decision on how the card plays out.
Yeah, it's so funny, and it's not just a decision, right? There are prerequisites for it. So for example, there's one that's like, it's like, oh, you're in this tournament, and it's a good thing that you're not losing in the first round. However, you feel like you have to step up your game. Choose one of the following options you meet the requirements for. And it's like, if you have 50 or more RP, or if you have 75 or less RP, and then you can pick get good or get gooder. And then you flip the card, and then you read the event that's like, oh, you decide to get good and play your cards in a proper order instead. And it's so... I love that promo set. It's like the best promo set. I play every game of Collusion with it. It has to be in the pool because I just love it so much. Yeah.
So... Now we got some cool cards. I wanted to do more weird stuff, like the Vampire Count Left Field that we did in set rotation, where like the card's double-sided and it comes with a checklist card, but it's the only card on the checklist.
Yeah.
I wanted to do more things like that, and I was happy that Josh came up with a couple really cool ideas to break the mold, to take the game off the table, as it were.
Oh, right. Crows is correct. If you want to see some of the near and far cards, we actually play some of them on stream. So that was fun. They're all on the archive. Yeah, on the Level 99 Games website, official YouTube, or on our Twitch channel. So you can just check those out whenever you want.
YouTube.com/Level99Games, I think.
I can double check. Sorry.
Marco will link.
Yeah, I'll just link y'all.
Marco has the links.
Marco, I'm a Smash character now.
Yep.
I wouldn't mind being in Smash. Here you go for
I wouldn't mind being in Smash either.
Yep. I mean, who wouldn't want to be in Smash? Brad designs games.
So I would love to design a Smash-like game. I don't know if I'm ready yet, but I'll get there. Does Marco have the
Zeldas? There are Zeldas in one of the sets in the original core game. But her name is Helga.
Helga. What was it? I can't remember what her title is. Anyway, we got like 10 minutes left. for somebody to pick up this last set sponsor tier. So
yes, someone pick it up.
I think it may have already been picked up. Let's check.
Let me check. No, there is one set sponsor left for the 1,500 one.
Yep. Well, it's. I mean, I think that I don't think we have to worry about it. But it's not going to Pledge Manager, so don't worry about that. However, somebody did contact me and say, if we don't do the set sponsor, I might want to pick up the set sponsor. So we might have that extra set sponsor taken anyway.
I see.
So it'll probably show up anyway.
Obviously, the answer, Brad, is that you buy the set sponsor.
Maybe I will buy the set sponsor set and make my own set. There's nothing that I like more than making my own Millennium Blades sets.
Yeah, you made an entire game about it, so I guess what's 1,500 to do one more, right? Oh, Ferdinand says it best. We'll sell soul for set. Do you accept payment in souls, Brad?
No, I'm not on Soul Exchange right now.
Are you sure? Right now? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh my gosh. If I had to make my own custom set, it would be called the Brawler set. And every character in it would be a punch boy. Marco, do it.
Marco, do it. Marco, you could. You could.
I mean, I totally could. Yeah, but rent, I guess.
Rent.
$1,500 is a lot of rent if you really think about it.
Rent is for the weak. Real men live on the streets, yo.
You want me to live on the streets? Okay, no, not in the Philippines, my friend. Not in the Philippines.
Oh man.
Stop peer pressuring me to become homeless, everyone. That's
rent is temporary. Brawlers are forever.
Oh my god!
Stop pressuring me to become homeless. Oh, wow. Yes, we need to pin that. That stuff.
That should be a shirt. That should definitely be a shirt.
Yeah.
Stop pressuring. What's that? Yeah, it's around 300. No, it's not around 300,000 pesos. It's $1,500 would be, give or take, around 75,000 pesos.
Oh.
Yeah, that's still a lot of pesos, my dude. Like,
currency changes are weird.
Yeah, I'd wear it. Everyone should know. If Brad's gonna call me out for quoting me like that, don't forget that one of Brad's infamous quotes that we have him on record for saying is, "There's a little bit of Sasuke in all of us." So, like, if you really think about it. Cytrons, that's a done deal. Marco does the Brawlers. Next topic. The next topic here is that Brad has said there's a little bit of Sasuke in all of us.
Yeah. Aren't we all a little bit? Aren't we all Sasuke in one way or another?
What does that even mean?
All three comments are just wow.
What happened? There's a little bit of Sasuke in all of us. Ryan McCabe, thank you so much for that.
Oh man,
Brad, how could you let your credibility drop like this?
I don't know. I definitely dropped the ball on that one.
Oh, it's so great. So that's done. I thought we all agreed. Oh, I'm sorry. The one person who has not agreed to this is me. Okay, I do not want to become homeless, and that's not a good thing. Never give up your financial stability for board games.
Okay? For card games. This is the lesson that we learned from Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge. Never give up your financial stability for a card game.
That's true.
Well.
Okay, so we have how many more minutes left?
7 minutes.
Okay, so we're gonna do the countdown. Sell a bit of Sasuke and
sell a bit of Sasuke.
I don't think the small part of my soul that's Sasuke related would be worth $1,500. Okay, let's buy Marco at 10. You know what? All of you can just pitch together for $1,500.
Immediate follow-up Kickstarter launching as this one closes. 10 for Marco.
No, not Kickstarter. It's a GoFundMe.
That's GoFundMe, right?
That's a GoFundMe.
All right.
What's the ongoing rate per gram of Sasuke?
I think that's something you pay to get removed.
Oh no,
Wow.
it's happening. The Sasuke inside of me is coming out. Annoying. I only care about killing you. I only cared about sparing you because of a whim. I didn't want to get the Mangekyo this way.
All right. Cool. So
We have 2 minutes to go.
4 minutes to go. 27K for Blade Forge. I think we can do it. I'm gonna need all you guys to tell your friends one last time.
Yeah, everyone, please. I hope the box for Collusion contains a tiny bit of Sasuke in small print. Please. Yes, Brad. We need
Maybe
a
that'll
sticker.
be one of the stickers.
Yes. Can we have the last second pledge tier for a tent made out of Millennium Blades cards for Marco?
Oh man, I need a Millennium Blades card armor, like
the magic card armor,
like the magic card. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I would pay for that, but not for the tent. Okay. Look into my eyes, everyone. Are these the eyes of somebody who wants to be homeless?
They do have a certain homeless quality.
Yes, I'm so mad at all of you.
Oh, Marco.
Oh,
Marco. Good times.
I mean, you're a lovable ragamuffin. I do not know what a ragamuffin is. Is that
it's a homeless child.
Oh, I'm not a homeless child. I just live in the Philippines. I know it's very similar, but it's not the same. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Don't we all live in the Philippines in one way or another?
What is that? Oh, it means you're a little bit sad on the inside, right? That's true. I've been using that word wrong my whole life. Which one, Marco or ragamuffin?
I don't know that it actually means that. I'm just trying to harass Marco. So don't take my word for it. Use dictionary.com.
That's Scoobs, bro.
Or
That's
Urban Dictionary,
Scoobs.
depending.
Scoobs, bro. Scoobs. Brad, how many more seconds do we have?
What? We got 3 minutes, Marco.
Okay,
You gotta
great.
hang in there.
I gotta tell you all about
This is
Scoobs.
equality.
Scoobs, man. Scoobs.
What is Scoobs?
Okay, so Scoobs is a slang term in the Philippines that we can also adapt into English, right? So Scoobs is the nickname for Scooby-Doo. What kind of dog is Scooby-Doo?
He's a gosh, what kind of dog is he? No, I don't know.
He's a
Is
Great
he
Dane.
It's a great.
Yes,
Okay.
But Dane also sounds like the word Dane, right?
Uh-huh.
So Dane is something that's beneath me. So selling all of my rent money is Scoobs because it's greatly beneath me. Okay.
Wow. That's too many levels, Marco. That's too many levels. We
Don't worry.
Americans don't have that sophisticated humor.
In the Philippines, it has like 2 more levels on top, so don't worry about it. Okay.
Wow.
Dude, that's
a wall. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's not carps and it's not pics.
Well, we've got 100 seconds, Marco.
100 seconds. All right, Brad, quickly reveal something that will get everyone to back.
Marco, I'm actually your father.
No, that's impossible. That's not true.
It's not true. I was just joking.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I'll reveal to everyone that if we get to Blade Forge, I will make a potato salad and stream it live.
This picture. That's my wife, Linda. Yeah.
Brad has a picture of his waifu on the wall.
I do. I have the anime version, like right above here.
Okay, here, everyone. Everyone. If you back right now, I will reveal what this body pillow is of.
What? Marco, that's too weird. Also, it's already over.
Dang.
I think. No, 30 seconds.
Oh, he's out 30 seconds? Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely
But
a
yes,
weird body pillow.
That character is from Argent. That's what's it? It's Adelaide Shivers, one of the planar studies characters in Argent, and Imperial. She pops up again in Imperial.
I want an Indians character based off.
You need an Indians character based off you, Marco.
Yeah, everybody knows.
Is it over? Do we not 1-0 there? Okay, it's done.
Yeah.
We missed the final countdown because we're too busy talking about crossovers.
Welcome to Level 99 Games, everyone, where we're too busy talking about crossover.